Welcome to Your Journey Yoga. I'm Cheryl, and I'd like to invite you onto your mat today. We are going to go through another daily dose of yoga and hopefully just get rid of any tension, any tightness that you might be holding in the body, in the mind, in the spirit. Big proponent in taking things at your own pace, so if you need to stop, please do so. I encourage you to have a bottle of water handy. If you need a drink, grab one. I always like to add in a little strength challenges from here and there while we go through. So if that's something that's good for you today, join in. If it's not so great, that's a great opportunity to grab a drink of water. We're going to get going today, stepping onto your mat barefoot if possible. If you're just starting yoga, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Starting in a standing position, feet are going to be hip width apart. We're just going to give those shoulders a nice big roll up and back. And allow those shoulders to slide down and away. Letting go of tension, tightness. Do that shoulder roll one more time. Make it big. Shoulders slide down and away. Let those arms just hang. Get rid of the wiggles. Close your eyes. Finding a neutral spine. Feeling the ears over your shoulders. Shoulders over your hips. Hips over the knees. Knees over the ankles. With those eyes closed soft, jaw relaxed, we just flow with our breath in and out through the nose. Letting go of the rest of the world. Feeling the floor beneath us. Feeling the weight of our bodies against the earth. Feeling the length, strength within us. Let's do that shoulder roll one more time. Make it big. Shoulders slide down and away. Just gently release the chin towards the chest. Just a nice long stretch in the spine. Inhale, lift the head. And ever so carefully, release your head back. A little or a lot. Now we lift that lower jaw towards the sky. A really nice stretch to the neck, through the throat. Relax the jaw, carefully lifting that head back up to neutral. Let's bend the knees, placing the hands just above those knees, fingertips pointing inward. We take a big breath in, pressing the chest forward, arching the back, gaze to the sky. As you exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, press your spine towards the back of the room, tuck your chin. Standing cat and cow, inhale it, press it through, arch your back. Exhale, hollow. To cat. Let's do 2 more, your pace, your breath. Keeping the core strong, just working out the kinks in the back. Last one, each direction. Coming back to that neutral spine, inhale, reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center. Let's step to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Inhale, reach. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift, flat back. Exhale down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees. We hold our plank. Core is strong. We lift out of those shoulders. We lengthen through the crown of the head. Find your breath. As you exhale, lift your hips to down dog. Our downward facing dog, an inverted V. Those sit bones are reaching towards the sky. Feet are hip width apart. Spread your fingers and press through the palms of the hands to guide your weight back towards your heels. Give your head a little shake, yes or no. Let go of any tension that might be hiding. Let's inhale it back to high plank. Exhale it to down dog. And as we shift between these 2 poses, hopefully not needing to move those hands or feet, any, if at all. Breathe. Warming up through the shoulders, through the hips. Let's do 1 more. And we meet back in down dog.
And let's bend, alternate bending knees. Just walk it out. Again, allowing the head to be heavy, face to be soft. And as we pedal those heels, just feeling that nice long stretch on the back of the straight leg. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. And relax the weight of the upper body down. Find your breath. Bring the hands to the elbows, we hold on, and we're going to gently sway side to side, making a little arc right around the legs. We come back to center, relaxing the arms, and slowly roll it up. With a big shoulder roll at the top, shoulders slide down and away. Bring the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. We roll the shoulders back, lengthening the arms. Now take a big breath in, and as you exhale, lift your hands as high as you can get them without leaning forward. Core remaining strong. Gazing forward, keeping that neck neutral. As you exhale, slowly bring your hands back down. And as you exhale, arch it back. Gaze to the sky. Reaching down your back, down the backs of the legs, strong through the belly. Inhale it up tall. Release your hands, roll the shoulders to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, take a giant step back with your right foot. Right hand to the inside of that left foot. Rotate your body and extend. Left arm to the sky. Reach as high as you can reach. Feel the extension out of your shoulder, up to the tips of your fingers. If you spread your fingers wide, you can reach a little higher. Exhale, slowly release your hand down. Lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down. Inhaling to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Pulling the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, take a giant step back with your left foot. Left hand to the inside of your right foot. Rotate your body and extend. Right arm to the sky. Find your breath. Extend out of that shoulder. Reach as high as you can reach. Spread your fingers. How's your breath? As you exhale, release your hands. Lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down. Inhaling to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. Adding an optional push-up if you like. To down dog. And breathe. Allow your heels to sink. Gently sway your hips side to side. Just a nice stretch to the side body. Head heavy, face soft. We come back to center. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And we're going to pull those hands back to heart center. We're going to bring our big toes to touch, a little space between our heels. Inhale, reach to the sky. Circle the arms to the back. As your hands pass by your hips, sit to chair. Pull the hands to heart center. Now your chair might be low, or it might be higher. Whatever's right for you.
Our weight is in our heels so that we can lift our toes and we can wiggle those toes. Core is strong. Now we're going to fire up those legs. As you wish, taking that left elbow to the right knee, glue those knees side by side. Now press that left elbow into the knee as you work to bring your hands towards heart center. That left knee wants to slide forward. Don't let it. If you like, open those arms. Back of that left arm against the outside of your knee. Find your breath. Keeping that rotation, we bring those hands back to heart center and face it forward once again. Weight is still in our heels. Now we find a focal point out in front of us and shift our weight to our toes, lifting those heels as high as you can get them to balanced chair. You feel that heat building in the legs? It's a beautiful thing. Slowly release your heels back to the mat. Shift your weight back to those heels. Inhale, reach to the sky. Little release. Circle the arms to the back. As your hands pass by your hips, once again, sit to chair. So with that little release, the legs say thank you. Now they're ready to work again. We keep those knees glued side to side. We turn and place that right elbow to the left knee. Press against your knee and work to bring your hands towards heart center. Can you still wiggle your toes? Feels right to you. Open those arms. Back of that right arm, pressing against the outside of the knee. How's your breath? Once again, pulling those hands back to heart center, keeping that rotation. Now let's face it forward once again. Weight still in those heels. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale and hinge it forward to airplane. Arms sweep back to flight. Crown of the head points directly towards the front of the room. Big toes still touching. Little space between the heels. Roll those shoulders back. Extend those arms. Palms are facing towards the floor. Find your breath. Rotate palms to the sky. Big circle of those arms overhead as you hinge up tall. Pull the hands back to heart center. Once again, we come to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, stiff or hop to high plank, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Optional push up if you like. To down dog. And just breathe. Bending that right knee, left heel presses towards the floor. Nice long stretch on the back of that left leg. Switch sides, left knee bends, right heel down. And breathe. As you exhale, let both heels sink. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the floor. We stand tall to a warrior one. Hips, chest, and shoulders facing the front. Back heel pressing into the mat. Shoulders soft and away from the ears. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little, square those hips, keep them square. And then exhale, sink. And as you're ready, open those arms out to a T. Shift your weight forward. Come up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, press up onto that left leg. Square your hips. Add a flex of that right foot. Warrior 3, you can choose to stay right here or hinge as deeply into Warrior 3 as you wish. Keeping those hips side by side. Arms can remain out to a T, or you can sweep them back to flight. Breathe. Bending your supporting leg, giant step back to Warrior 1. Circle the arms to the back, release your hands on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back, extend left leg to the sky, and gently release it down. Holding your down dog or inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, one push up. Great time to grab a drink if you like, or one more.
We've got 2 more if they're in there. Elbows right by the ribs. Meeting back in plank. Lift your hips to down dog. And we shift our weight to our left foot. Right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the floor. Stand tall. Warrior 1. Planting that back heel into the mat. Long and strong through that back leg. Shoulders soft and away from the ears. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. Square those hips. And exhale, keep them square, sink low. Only is right for you. Open the arms out to a T. Find a focal point out in front. Slowly begin to shift your weight forward up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, up onto that right leg. Square your hips. Add a flex to that left foot. Staying here, we're beginning to hinge deeper into Warrior 3. We just want to be mindful because that left hip really wants to lift. And we're going to do our best not to allow it. Arms can remain out to a T or sweep your arms back to flight. Find the strength. Use that focal point to steady you. Bending your supporting leg, giant step back to Warrior 1. Now it doesn't ever have to be pretty getting back to that Warrior 1, but just get back to your perfect Warrior 1. Circle the arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down. Holding your down dog. Or inhale it to high plank. Feel free to grab a drink if you like. We're going to take that crocodile and we're going to make it slow. Take your time. Draw that belly button in towards your spine. Hug those elbows right by your ribs. Shoulders roll back away from the ears. And we lower down like a plank of wood. Press it through, up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Extend those arms out nice and long. Sit bones back by your heels. And we're just going to take a chance. And we're just going to catch our breath. Find your breath. And let's slowly walk our hands up. We're going to come up to a kneeling position. Coming into kneeling camel pose today, we're going to make fists with our hands. And we're going to place our hands on either side of the spine, just about hip height. And then we're going to roll those shoulders back and squeeze those elbows. Now we're going to press those hips forward. I want you to feel like there's a wall in front of you and your hips are against it. Now we're going to press those fists into the small of the back as we lift our chest and gaze to the sky. Keep those elbows squeezed. Feel that openness through the chest. Now you can stay right here. Or if you like, releasing one hand to the foot and then the other. Now if you feel like you really have to lean back to find your foot, you're better off to stay up and use that support of those hands pressing into the small of the back. Feels right to you, take your gaze back. Find your breath. Lift your gaze. Bring one hand back to the small of the back and then the other. Now slowly rise and sit it back to child's pose. Stretch it out. Breathe. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands out to the right. Reach to your left fingertips as far as you can reach and then relax the weight of the upper body down. Those hips are pressing to the left and just a long stretch down the side body. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands back through center. And then over to the left. Reach to those right fingertips. Press your hips to the right. Relax the weight of your head. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands back through center. Sit it back to child's pose. Let's walk those hands up and once again come into a kneeling position. Now, if those knees are getting kind of sensitive on the floor, you are welcome to pull your mat back to create an extra layer of mat. Otherwise, just keep it low. And we come up nice and tall. We're going to tuck our toes underneath. So we're going to get a nice stretch for the toes and for the arches of the feet. If anybody happens to have an issue when you kind of get foot cramps, this might set it off a little bit. If it does, relax, massage your feet. If you do get those, this is actually a wonderful stretch for you on those times when those feet are not giving you issues. So we're going to sit it back. And the more weight that comes back onto those heels, the more you're going to start to feel the stretch. Now you can sit on your heels, just creating a nice amount of pressure in those toes. A really nice stretch for the arches of the feet. Now you can stay right here. Or if you like, bring your hands behind you. Opening up that chest, core staying strong. Just gazing down towards your belly button or straight up towards the sky. Now if ever at any point it says, ooh, this is enough for me, you can come out. If you're feeling it and it feels awesome, you can press your toes, your balls of the feet into the mat as you lift those hips and lift the chest. Opening that chest. Also a nice little stretch for those bicep muscles if they happen to be a little tight. Now slowly release your bottom back down. Keep your core strong and rise. Walk your hands forward, release those toes, wiggle them. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Sit it back to child's pose. Nice big deep breaths. Arms extend out nice and long. We lift the forehead, tuck the toes, press and lift the hips to down dog. So back to our down dog. Sway your hips side to side. Let it go. And we shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhale and sweep that left knee through, foot to the inside. We're going to come into a pigeon pose on the left side. Now, if you happen to be taking care of your knees today, and this is not a great place for you, we're going to come over onto that left hip and draw that back leg in. So you've created more of like a letter T, and you've taken the pressure off of that knee. If that's not great for you, you can fast forward through this part. You can hang out, you can grab a drink of water, you can just listen and watch. If it's right for you, and the knee feels happy and healthy, we're going to stay up nice and tall. Now I'm going to flip forward so that I can give you a better view facing front. So our hips are up nice and tall, only listing over onto the hip if we are taking care of that back knee. Otherwise, yep, that back leg is long and we're up nice and tall. If by chance your lower back is not super happy here, you can bring your hands forward, keeping the chest tall, or you can walk it all the way out to sleeping pigeon. Either fully extending those arms or stacking your hands. So we're going to find that place that's right for you. If your lower back feels great, just stay up nice and tall, because that's your body weight working with gravity to help you sink into pigeon. Now, if you happen to have really open hips and having that foot in, tucked in a little closer to the other hip, to your right hip, not so much of a stretch for you, come over onto that left hip. Pull your foot out and away from you so you're making more of a straight line across the top of your mat with your shin, and then come forward. That should give you a deeper stretch. So just find that place that feels right to you and breathe. Find your breath. Close your eyes. Now slowly walk those hands forward. Fully extending those arms or stacking your hands to sleeping pigeon. We take a big breath in. We're going to squeeze every muscle in that lower body. Feel yourself lift up just a little bit. And then as you exhale, let yourself sink. Find your breath. Let the rest of the world go. And then let's slowly walk those hands back up. One hand on either side of the knee. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky. Let's flex the foot and lift that left leg just as high as you can get it. Now bend your knee and draw your heel towards your bottom. Feels right till you come down onto your right forearm. And we're going to press through that left palm, guiding the weight back towards your right heel. Should feel a really nice stretch down the back of that right leg. Once again, extending that left leg, releasing it down, coming back to down dog, inhaling to high plank, crocodile down. Press it through up dog, and exhale to down dog. And we shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right knee through, foot to the inside. So once again, if you are taking special care of your knee, you're going to come over onto your hip and draw that back leg in like a letter Z. The knees are healthy. Yep, we're going to have that left leg back. Sitting up nice and tall. Find your breath. How about that lower back? Is it happy? Or do we need to bring those hands forward a little bit? Just make sure you still have a neck. Sometimes we have a tendency to lean in. We want to extend and lengthen. The back feels great. Stay up tall. Close your eyes. Again, you can make that adjustment. If it's not intense enough for you, coming over onto your hip, pulling that foot out and away from you, and then coming back up. Find what's right. If it's too intense, adjust. If it's not intense enough and you want to play a little bit more, make it happen. Slowly walk your hands forward, either fully extending those arms or stacking your hands. Relax the weight of your upper body down. Inhale, squeeze every muscle in that lower body. Feel yourself lift. And exhale, let it go. Just breathe. And let's slowly walk those hands back up. One hand on either side of the knee. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. Now lift that right leg just as high as you can get it. Add a flex to that right foot. Bend your knee and draw your heel towards your bottom. Feels right to you, come down onto your left forearm. Now we're going to press that right palm into the mat as we guide our weight back towards that left heel. Deepening that stretch behind that left leg. Once again, extend left leg or right leg and slowly release it down, coming back to the palms of the hands, back to down dog. Inhaling into high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Optional push up. Release your knees. Sit it back to child's pose. Find your breath. Now if you need a little extra time in child's pose, take whatever you need. As you're ready, walk your hands up. Let's come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around. And slide on down to the top of your mat. If you're facing sideways, it's fine. We're going to add those legs extending out nice and long. We're going to cross that left leg up and over the right knee, sitting up nice and tall. Now we're always going to be mindful of our posture as we come into this pose and as we move deeper into this pose, because we have a tendency to really hollow out our tummy and our chest. We want to keep the length in the spine. If this feels right to you, and you're like, yeah, it feels good, I want a little bit more, bring your hands behind you. Bend that right knee, pull it in towards your chest. Now walk your hands forward. Make sure, have you lost your neck? Find your neck again. So we're going to press that left knee forward, getting into those hips. Adjust however you need to. Now we can stay right here. We can close our eyes and just be present. Sending that breath into that left hip. If it feels right to you and you want to intensify a little bit more, lift your hips, slide your bottom forward, and walk your hands up. If by chance you notice that your bottom has pulled off the mat, back off a little bit. We want to reconnect. Do you still have a neck? We want to make sure we always have that neck. So this can turn into a pretty intense hip stretch if those hips are tight. Now if you're hanging out here and you're like, I don't even feel anything, be glad. Celebrate that.
So if you want to, you can stay here, you can back off, or if you like, back your bottom off enough so that you can release your hands. We're going to wrap the crook of the elbows around the outside edge of your knee and around the outside edge of your foot. And we're going to pull that leg in nice and tight. I want you to visualize kind of a brand new baby, and that's who you're holding. So with the chest lifted and the shoulders rolled back, we have a nice long spine, little side view. So we don't want to have that hollowing through the back. We want to feel that extension through the spine, the length and the strength. Now, if it feels right to you, lean back a little bit. If that doesn't feel right, come back up. If it feels right to you, lift your foot and you'll feel your core muscles kick in. It's kind of cool, kind of fun. Add a flex of that right foot. Now, if it's right for you, extend your leg. Breathe. So now we're firing up those quads, the hip flexors on that right leg. We're getting that nice stretch for that left hip. Abdominal muscles are working overtime. Pulling that right knee in. Slowly place your foot down, rock it forward, release your leg, extend both legs out, flex your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward, reach it out. Release your hands, and then relax the weight of your head.
A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Inhale, reach it out.
Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands. And now we're going to take it to the other side. So now we take that left leg, or the right leg, and cross it up and over. Sitting up nice and tall. So that right leg is crossed. We're going to get into that right hip. Sitting up. Breathe. So you might notice that one side of your body a little looser than the other. Very normal and just fine. So if you want to stay right here, stay right here. Feels right to bring your hands back. Pull that left knee in. Sit up nice and tall. Do you still have a neck? We always want to keep the neck. How's that right hip? How's your breath? So again, we can stay here. Closing our eyes, just breathing, helping to let go of tension, negative energy, whatever we're holding in that hip. We do have a tendency to hold negative energy in our hips, lower back and neck, so don't be surprised. If it feels right to you and you'd like to, lift your bottom, slide it forward, walk your hands back up. Now again, if you find your bottom off the floor, kind of hovering, you can sway. We want to reconnect it, so back off a little bit so that you can find the floor again. If you find yourself clenching your jaw, squeezing your eyes shut, grimacing, back off a little bit. Okay, we don't want to find that level 10 intensity. We want to be kind of 7 or 8 so that our breath will just flow. Now we can stay here again, closing the eyes, or if you like, back your bottom off enough so that you can release your hands, wrap the crook of the elbows around the outside edge of your knee, outside edge of your foot, and then pull that leg in nice and tight up against the chest, best you can, like you're holding that newborn babe. Spine is tall, we lengthen through the crown of the head. Feels right to lean back just a little bit. Doesn't take much to fire up those core muscles. And if you like, lift that left leg. Add a flex of your foot. And then press it forward. Breathe. Can you feel those core muscles working? Once again, pull it back in. Slowly bring that foot back down. Release your leg. Extend your leg. Extend both legs. Flex your feet. Reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward, reach it out. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your head.
Inhale, reach it out.
Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands. Now let's open up those feet. Open up the legs nice and wide. Sitting up tall. Now we only want to go as wide as that we're not leaning back onto our tailbones, but that we can almost do a pelvic tilt forward. Opening up, getting a nice stretch through the inner thighs, the groin. Add a flex of your feet. Reach to the sky. Turn towards that right leg. Hinge it forward, reach it out. Work to place the center of your tummy and chest onto that right leg. Hands to the floor. Nose towards your knee. And breathe.
Inhale, lift just slightly, turn towards center. Back of that right shoulder along the inside of your leg. Palm side up, we slide that hand underneath the leg or to the sole of the foot. Left arm circles up and over. Roll that left shoulder back, turn your gaze towards the sky. Beautiful long stretch all the way down the left side of your body. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Now we turn towards that left leg, hinging forward, reaching out, working to place the center of the tummy and chest onto that right or the left leg. Hands to the floor, nose towards your knee. Just nice big deep breaths. Now let's inhale, lifting slightly, turning towards center, back of that left shoulder along the inside of the leg. Palm side up, we slide it underneath the calf or take a hold of the sole of the foot. Right arm circles up and over. Rolling that right shoulder back, gazing towards the sky. Breathe. Find your breath. Let go of resistance wherever you're finding it. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, hands come right through heart center. Close your eyes if you like. Release your hands out in front and then slowly walk your hands forward. So as we walk our hands forward, we're only going to come as low as the body's ready. If it feels right to you, come down onto your forearms. If you can keep going, extend those arms out. Relax the weight of the upper body down. So just find that place where we're not bouncing. Again, we're not at a level 10. We're at a 7 or an 8, where our breath is still slow and steady. No pain. If there's pain, back off. Challenging stretch, yes. One more good breath in. And then slowly, slowly start to walk your hands back up. We rock back, closing those legs. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. One more forward fold, hinge it forward. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your head. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands. Slide forward to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Extend those arms out nice and long. Soften your feet. Keep your core strong, just as slow as you can. Close your eyes, and we're just going to lower ourselves back. Keeping that belly button drawn in towards the spine. Each vertebra one at a time. Coming to the mat. And relax. Arms open out to a T. We draw the right knee in towards the chest. Left hand reaches across to the outside of that right knee, and we're going to gently pull that leg across the body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor as best you can. Turn your gaze out over that right arm. And then just close your eyes. Wringing out any last little bit of tension or tightness left anywhere. Breathe. Releasing that left hand, rolling back to center. Extending right leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through your hip. Reach out through the toes and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of your left knee and gently pull your leg across. Doing your best to keep both shoulders on the floor. We turn our gaze out over that left arm. And then just close your eyes. Let those big, deep breaths carry away any last little bit of tension. Wonderful stretch to do morning, noon, or night. If ever you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, out of sorts, come into this stretch, and it literally just wrings out all that negative energy, helping to get us back to balance. Releasing that right hand, rolling back to center. Extend left leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip. Reach out through the toes and slowly lower your leg. down by our sides, palms open to the sky. Or you're welcome to rest your hands on your tummy. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to breathe. We're going to let go of the rest of the world. Now we've come into our place where our body feels relaxed. Someplace different than on your back. That's okay. You can be on your tummy. You can be on your side. Even up into a seated position. Find that place where you feel safe, able to relax, and to just simply breathe. And as our breath is slow and steady, our mind clears. Oftentimes, through our practice, we have thoughts that enter. It's okay. We bring ourselves back, and we allow those thoughts to just gently drift away, always reassuring ourselves that if they are of importance, they will come back. But with a clear head, an open heart, a willing spirit, anything is possible. We take a few moments to allow the body, the mind, and the spirit to reconnect to our breath. To let go of the rest of life, and to be present in this moment alone, just for a few moments. An amazing gift. Relax. Breathe. And just be. And as you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Aware of your breath once again. Aware of the weight of your body against the earth. Feeling relaxed and re-energized all at the same time. As we stretch our limbs, we feel that energy move from the crown of the head out to the tips of the toes, out through the fingertips. Taking the time you need as you're ready, gently draw your knees in towards your chest and roll to one side. And as you're ready, use the strength of your arms to help you come up to a seated position that feels right to you. That can be cross-legged or otherwise, just someplace that feels right to you. Rest your hands comfortably. Close your eyes. Nice, deep, cleansing breaths. And as we bring our practice to a close today, I always like to finish with just a few words. These words are always something that you are welcome to carry with you today, or just simply let float by. We live in a wonderful world full of beauty, charm, and adventure. There is no end to the adventures that we can have if only we seek with our eyes open. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky, and exhale, thumbs to heart center. I can't thank you enough for joining me today. I hope you feel fantastic, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Until the next time, the spirit in me honors the